your engines, a Sony Computer Entertainment America production. Fasten your seatbelts for another Naughty Dog creation.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Crash Team Racing. Oh god, I am still very sick. This is not the next Crash game I expected to do. I had been running through Crash 2 on the Insane Trilogy, and god, it kicked my ass so fucking hard. And the other projects I'd wanted to do, I'm gonna need a little bit more time to prepare. So, in the meantime, we're gonna do a nice short game like this as a bit of an experiment.
So you pesky slugs like to race, eh? Well, I'm nitrous oxide. I'm the fastest racer in the galaxy. I travel the stars looking for creatures to test my skills. It's a little game I call survival of the fastest. Here's the way we play. I challenge the best driver of your world to a race for the planet. If your driver wins, I'll leave your miserable little rock alone. But if I win, I'll turn your entire globe into a concrete parking lot and make you my slaves. Get ready to race for the fate of your planet.
And that's the whole of the plot. That's it. We're racing to prevent Oxide from turning Earth into a parking lot. I always love the wacky as fuck side plots that like Crash games have. Especially the racing ones. Oh my god. This, Crash Nitro Kart, Tag Team Racing, they're all insane, and I love it. Get a little bit of a preview of what's to come. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a little bit more of an experimental playthrough. Given that this genre of games doesn't really do well as a let's play, but we're gonna try. We're gonna see. Let's get a new save file going. We have a host of characters to choose from. We have Crash, we have Cortex, we have Tiny, Coco, Engine, Dingo, Bowler, Burra, and that's that. Each of these characters have various stats. Crash has all the same. So does Cortex. Tiny is a speed character. Coco is an acceleration character. Engine is also acceleration. Dingo is speed. Polar and I believe Purra are both turning. Yeah. So we get a couple of each, a couple all-rounders and a couple specializing in each. They all have their ups and downs. I played, because I have played through this before and I did it as Dingo, so that's more what I'm used to. So we're gonna go with the speed character and pray that this goes well. Yeah, I may have played this a little bit before. Hang on, we're gonna overwrite save 2 here. I have played through this, so I do roughly know what I'm doing. Keyword being roughly.
Welcome
Welcome to the Adventure Arena. You can travel around this area and practice your driving skills. The dots and stars on the map represent warp paths, which lead to races. When they flash, it signifies they are open to play. To access a racetrack, drive onto a warp pad that has an active warp vortex, and it will take you to the track's start line. Finish a track in first place to win a trophy. As you collect more trophies, other tracks will turn on and open to you. Good luck, and drive fast.
Thanks, Yuka. Let's just have a bit of a look around. So here in this first area, we can't access this one.
To access this track, you must first collect the number of trophies required to turn on the warp pad. To get trophies, you must race other open tracks and come in first place.
So we can't access Mystery Caves yet. Over here we have the boss of the area.
To access this boss garage, you must come in first place in all 4 races of this area.
Boss of this area being Ripperoo. We have 2 tracks open to us right out the gate. We also have that, which we can't access quite yet as we need a key for that, so... Ooh, it's been a minute since I've played this. I'm gonna have to get used to the controls again. Let's head into Crash Cove and kick some ass in a race. Alright. In the usual racing game sense, we start in last. That little bar in the corner, if you hold the shoulder and start drifting, you can press the other shoulder button to get a mini turbo. We're gonna be doing this a fucking lot. As it is very important. And is part of the reason why speed characters are technically the best. A lot of these tracks have straightaways where you can't really get mini turbos, but because speed characters turn so poorly, I fucked that up. Because speed characters turn so poorly, you can keep mini turbos going even on straightaways for the most part. Keep it up well enough, and by the end of the race, we've nearly lapped everyone. There's lots of items that we can get. There's lots of tricks and speedrun tech that I cannot show off because I am not anywhere near good enough to do so. And Crash is just sleeping. He's just chilling.
Congratulations! You win a trophy! The more Wumpa fruit you collect, the faster your cart will go. If you collect and hold 10 Wumpa fruit, you'll be juiced up, and your power-ups will become more potent.
Yes. When we get 10 Wumpa, our items get powered up, and I believe every Wumpa gives us a 2% buff to our speed. So our max speed effectively goes up to 120% of default when we're at 10. If I'm remembering correctly, I may not be. If you time your button presses, you can get a start boost at the start of a race. It's not that hard to time. Oh shit. Yeah, goddamn. I took my fucking Wumpa. Ah, you bitch. Yeah. When you're close to the other racers, they can hit you with items, which is not ideal. Lots of items. This we have a potion. Just a pretty basic. You hit it, you lose some Wumpa, if you have any, and it slows you down. God, my voice is going to give out by the end of the video. You have a TNT, which, if you run into, will go on your head, and you have to jump repeatedly to get rid of it. So it's not guaranteed to hit you. It's pretty likely. And started off a little rough, but we picked it back up there at the end. We'll go over items as we get them. If we're lucky, some of them we will never see if I'm good enough at the game.
Congratulations! You win a trophy! When you get a TNT crate on your head, start hopping immediately. You react fast and hop enough times, the TNT crate will fall off your head before it explodes.
That's exactly, that was the thing I was saying. There's not a whole lot to say about games like this, so that's definitely why this is going to be more of an experimental playthrough, but thankfully this is a short game. Let's try to get our start boost, and I fucked it up. Here in Mystery Caves we have these turtles in the water that we can jump off of if they're in the right position. Fuck. Touching a wall will basically kill all the speed you have. Hitting a boost pad or doing mini turbos will build up what's called reserves, which basically lets you keep that speed for longer. Which is going to be primarily what allows us to even remotely win. I actually don't entirely remember what the red potion does, other than I know it stuns you for longer, but I think it does something else, and I can't remember what it is for the life of me. Nitro, an upgraded version of a TNT, you cannot get off your head. The second you touch it, it explodes. Just like in the regular platformer games. Not a whole lot of items you can get while in first. So I think there are 4 things you can get, with potions and nitros / TNTs being the most common. Bombs being a 10% chance. You can can throw bombs forward or backwards. Throw a bomb backwards, hold back on the D-pad, or control stick, depending on how you're playing. And you can throw it backwards, otherwise it will throw forwards. And I believe that was our third track. So we got one more.
Congratulations!
Yep.
You win a trophy. You can get a hang time turbo from jumping. The longer you're in the air, the bigger the turbo you'll get when you land. For big turbos, try to get extra air time by hopping off jumps using the R1 button.
So we've been doing that occasionally throughout this. If there's any jumps, you can jump off of them to get more air. And get a pretty nice turbo out of it. Our last track, Sewer Speedway, is probably the most technical track of Hub 1. Kinda got our start boost there. Missed the Wumpa, unfortunate. Nope. I'm gonna try to get that. There's a built-in shortcut over there, and I'm gonna attempt to get it at least once. But I am real bad at that. We have these barrels in this level, which, if you hit them, they will squish you. Slow you down. There's Wumpa. All the usual stuff. I'm doing way better at this than I thought I would. My first playthrough was rough. Managed to jump up here. You can get hit by a barrel. As you saw, that shortcut continued, but it is weirdly faster to just ignore it, jump up, and then immediately go back down. I thought I was gonna clip the wall there for a minute. That would have been really funny, but really annoying. This throwdown potion, maybe it'll slow down the AI. Nice. I'm usually absolute trash at that shortcut, so I will happily take 2 out of 3 on that. Oh wow, we almost lapped an AI. Wow. I will happily take that. Now that we've beaten all 4 trophy races, we can now access the boss of the area. Let's go fight Ripperoo. Almost not sick. We're getting there. Each boss, you will fight one. You will race on one of the tracks in that area. The bosses do not have a special track, which I always thought is a little bit of a missed opportunity, but I'm not a game designer. What do I know? Oh shit. The bosses do have special bullshit that they do. Ripperoo here is just continually throwing TNTs out behind him, which is concerning to say the least. You're gonna want to stay in front of him, as you might suspect. You're gonna not want to hit walls like an idiot. Ah. Tried to throw that backwards, fucked it up. But we're ahead. fine. Ah, one of the last items we can get in first. The shield. Our basic shield is green and is time limited. Does not last for very long. By pressing the item button again while a shield is active, you can throw the shield as an item. The upgraded version of the shield is blue. You can throw it just like the green, but is not time limited. And is very, very good. And just like that, Ripperoo is done. A little bit of a rough start, but again, we pulled it back pretty well. Happy with that. After we beat a boss, we obtain a key that will allow us to progress. Our first key opens this door and will allow us to move to the next area.
Congratulations on opening this new area. Here you will find 4 more tracks to race. Good luck.
We're not going to do that, though. Once we beat the boss, everything else opens up. Including all the tracks reopen with a couple new items to obtain. So let's head back into Crash Cove, and we have 2 options. The CTR challenge and the relic race. Let's go do the CTR challenge.
Select the letters C, T, and R on each track and come in first place to win a CTR token. Beware, some letters are hard to find.
You heard the man. We gotta find the letters C, T, and R somewhere within the level. And come in first. These can be tricky. If I remember. Yeah. Very briefly saw the T on that bridge up there at the shortcut. Drive up there to get the C. I'm trying to remember where the R is. I don't remember. Ah, there it is. That's what I thought. I'm fucking this up. That's bad. Okay, let's get some mini turbos in. Gain some speed, get ahead of the AI. But if I fuck up that shortcut again, we gotta start over. Get 3 shots at it. If you don't get all the letters, you don't get the token. Some of these can be pretty rough to get. Just gonna nice and slow. Not gonna super care about the AI passing us because we know we can get past them pretty easily. Grab the C. That is a turbo item. We're gonna just slow down a bit. Grab the R. And now we just race as normal. Once we have all the letters. Go down a potion. Oh shit, no, drift that way. Now we just do our best to clown on the AI. a lot better with it this time. Oh yeah, we pulled real ahead despite being in like 5th for a minute. Hey, you can get turbos in 1st, but it's a pretty low chance. It's like 10%, something like that. Get all the letters, get 1st, and we get our token. These will be helpful later, quite a bit later. We can't do anything with them until basically the end when we have all of them. Our other option is a relic race.
Get the lowest time you can by racing fast and breaking time crates. Each time crate you break will freeze the clock. If you achieve a low enough time, you will be awarded a relic.
Now, to get regular 100%, you only need the base tier of relic, which is a sapphire relic. However, since when do we do things half-assed around here? We're gonna go for 101%, which requires at least a gold relic, which is a fair bit harder to get. I have a feeling there's going to be quite a few that are going to take me a while. But, as Zuka said, just hit crates. To stop the clock. And obviously drive nice and fast. Crates do matter, they really add up after a while. Okay. So we're gonna do our best here. This two. I do not remember what the gold relic time is for Crash Cove, but I think we've pretty safely got it. Let's just grab that too. And got it by a mile. If you manage to hit every single crate, it will subtract another 10 seconds from your time. So, do try to hit as many as you can, but you do not need all of them by any stretch. Oh, I did not mean to restart. Nope, get me out of here. Oh, we were only 3 seconds out from the platinum. Goddamn, if I had been a little bit better, that would have been insane.
You burned a relic. You can go faster through turns by power sliding. To access the power slide, press and hold the R1 button while turning hard.
And that's the mini turbos we've been doing. Before we move on, let's go do one more track. Let's go do Ruse Tubes. This one I remember being a little rough on the letters, but here goes nothing. It's a little tricky because it's in the air, so you do need to jump there. The R is relatively free. If I remember, the T is in this little off-road section. And that's all three. Let's kick ass. some Wumpa. I missed the crate entirely. Idiot. Throw down some items. Attempt to slow down the AI just a little bit. Just because I think it'd be funny if we managed to lap them, but we're definitely not going to. I tried to hit the item button in time and I missed. It's fine. We still crossed the line. You might notice that these tokens are in different colors. That will be important later. Discuss that when the time is right. Let's get this relic. Missed that too. Unfortunate. Just dodging and weaving through the boxes, which is not ideal. Come on. Sometimes the 3-second boxes are a bit out of the way, unfortunately, making them a little weird to go get. But we're doing well. Relatively. There we are. Gotcha, bitch. Let's grab this one. Grab this. I'm gonna grab at least this last crate. Gets us 58. And again, we crushed the gold time. Hopefully we'll be able to do that relatively well for most of the game, but at least like the first couple areas. I would hope. It is slightly tempting for me to just keep going and finish off all of the first area in this episode, but I think we're at a good place to call it. Next time on Crash Team Racing.
To get a turbo boost while power sliding, wait until the
We'll get a
smoke
turbo
from your
boost while
exhaust
power sliding.
turns black. Then press the L1 button. If you wait too long, you'll hear a backfire sound and miss your chance for a boost.
Next time, we're gonna finish off the rest of Hub 1 and move on to Hub 2. All right. See you then.